All right, guys, checking in with everybody here. I'm hoping this may be a little bit better. I was told there was some echo on our last broadcast, but I'm going to test this out here and see what we got. All right, guys, checking in with everybody here. Okay, so it looks like we're good. Looks like we're good here. But anyway, I wanted to reach out to you, and I may start over again. So if you were on before, I want to give you a chance to hear what I have to say again, and I'll do it one more time. So it's reinforcement. But I thank you all for coming out each and every night. This week, I made a commitment each night to come out and talk to you, motivate you, inspire you, and get you to move forward in your journey. And I started to talk about a chapter in my book, Habits of a Champion, which you can see that talked about fear, it talked about life, it talked about overcoming obstacles, because we're always going to have obstacles. And one of the lines I like to use is, with obstacles comes opportunity. And this afternoon, I was talking to a CEO of a very large company in New York City. And he said, right now, there's things that I can't change, but there's a lot of things that I can change. First, starting with myself, I can improve my fitness, my health, my wellness every single day. I could spend time with my kids every single day. These are things that I can control. He said, but during this time, I promise you, I'm going to be playing offense and I'm going to be looking for opportunity. I'm going to be asking myself, what opportunities are out there for me? What's going on in the market? And what can I take advantage of? And again, it's not to take advantage of people, but it's to take advantage of opportunities that sometimes these situations of opposition provide. We got to always keep ourselves focused on what the opportunity is and what we're able to do as a result of some of the things that are going on right now. And it's a super important thing. And I wish you guys can stay focused on that, because that's what a champion does. A champion looks at a situation and says, how can I play offense in this situation, as opposed to retreating, being on my heels, and allowing the situation to push back and push against me. And that's what we got to be really, really aware of. So, whether you're in business, whether you're in sports, whether you're an educator, whether you're managing a company, a CEO, executive, right now, you're probably dealing with some sort of adversity or some sort of opposition. My question for you is, as we head into this weekend, is what can you do to shift? What can you do to shift your mindset from opposition to opportunity? And that's a really important thing to train your mind to do, because as you go through your life, you're always going to face obstacles. You're going to face different challenges. And I read a quote yesterday or 2 days ago that said, you have to train yourself for opposition. You need to train yourself. And so many people in life have been conditioned to retreat and go the other way. Something of that's tough is coming at them. The first thing they do is go the other way. And I started to read a chapter of my book before called Find the Bully and Knock Them Out. And think about how we grow up. Oftentimes there may be a bully in your school, or somebody that you work with that is bullish in nature. Typically we're trained to go the other way, turn the cheek and go the other way and retreat, and things will work itself out. But what I've learned, being in business, being in sports, coaching, is that when you turn your back to things, they don't necessarily disappear. They can oftentimes get worse. So you have to be very comfortable going towards opposition. You have to be comfortable confronting and going towards the bully, because if you're not, the bully stays the bully, which ultimately means that bully continues to control you, controls your thoughts, it controls your actions, your behaviors, your responses, which is super, super dangerous. And I'm sure you could think of times in your life where you've allowed the bully to take you over and sort of knock you off your game. And all of a sudden you start playing the game of the bully and you start adapting, and it's dangerous because you're no longer playing your game. And, having coached a player like the great Mariano Rivera, people always ask me, Coach, what made him great? What made Mo so amazing? And I tell them all the time, he was in an offensive mindset at all times. He was focused on attack and execution of his plan, as opposed to adapting to the hitter and adapting to the hitter's plan. So in his mind, there was only one plan, and it was his plan, and he was able to attack it with conviction because he believed wholeheartedly and fully in that plan. And that's something that you really have to stay focused on. So, Bill, thanks for sharing that. But you have to stay in an offensive mindset. And if you think about it, and I bring this up night after night, if you staying playing offense, you are in your most powerful mindset. You're in your most powerful posture, and you are in the best possible position to have success, both short term and long term, as defined by you. But if you're going to be on your heels playing defense, friends, you have no chance. You know, the only chance you have is luck. And it's like when people say, hey, good luck. And that's such a crappy thing to say to people. Good luck. You know, it's sort of, well, you know, since you don't have any control of anything, just sort of let things happen. And that's not how it works. You make your opportunities, develop into opportunities. So that's what I want you to really think. And exactly, I mentioned this last night, and I referred to seeking zero external validation. When you start seeking external validation, you start doing things for an applause, which means you'll do whatever your crowd wants you to do. You no longer own who you are and what you're about, and you lose your swag because your swag is determined by the audience. And it's a really dangerous place and position to be in. I've worked with people in their 50s, people in their 60s that are still going about their business looking for an applause as opposed to believing in themselves and attacking their own life. They're so worried about what other people are going to say and what other people are going to think that they don't even know who they are anymore. And to be 50, 60, 40, 30 and not know who you are is a really scary thing. And that's what I really try to work with when I work with people. It's getting you to not just own your own voice, but own your own life, own your own way of doing things, and realize that you are not going to please everybody. And a good friend of mine, Kevin Wilson, hitting coach, MLB hitting coach, he gave me a great line. He told me his mother told him this when he was a kid. People are either going to love you or they're going to hate you. Some may hang out in the middle, but you could either love it or you could either shove it, right? Love it or shove it. This is who I am. And I can't change this because this is who I am. Now, there's things that I can change to make me better, but I can't ultimately change my values and my character, what I stand for, because this is what I believe. So you have to be really, really careful of that. And if you're looking for the external validation, you are going to live a life that is going to be very, very frustrating. You're never going to be able to find the footing that you want, and you're always going to feel uneasy. You're going to walk into a room and allow the room to dictate to you how you should be, how you should behave, what you should say, any of that, right? We can't have that. We got to have you walk into a room and own that room. I tell executives this all the time. When you walk into a room, you need to own that room. Not by making an announcement that you're there, but your body language, your attitude, what's coming off of you, all of that. That's how you own a room. And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But it most importantly reinforces that you are in an offensive position and you're in an offensive posture. And that's the game that you have to play, again, no matter what you do or what you lead, whether it's your family, whether it's a company, whether it's a classroom, or whether it's a team. You must be playing offense. You must be fully responsible for the energy that you bring into the room. And ultimately, you must never do things for an external validation or an applause. So I wanted to share that with you tonight. And I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's quick lesson. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulty in our previous broadcast, but I wanted to come back and talk to you guys tonight. So again, for those of you that are in New York, I hope everybody's doing well. And, we're thinking of you and we're rooting for you. But remember, always, everybody that's on here, everybody that watches this in the future, there's one mindset that you always need to have. And that mindset is that you are a champion, and you should never forget that. Always, always see yourself as a champion. Always show up as a champion. and it's your job to let other people know that they are as well. So this is Coach Dana Cavalea. Thank you guys for coming on. I don't know when I'll be on again, maybe tomorrow. I'm having a little bit of fun with this, but I thank each and every one of you for taking a little bit of time, whether it's 30 seconds or 10 minutes with me. I appreciate that, and I hope you can go on and have a great day, great night, and I'll see you guys real soon. All right? See you.